Right. Big Lala, away from Simi, I mean, all the best to her away from Simi right now.
Mm.
Big Lala, DJ Tunes and you, if you have the chance to speak to DJ Tunes on his altercation with Carter Efe, what would be the first thing you tell him?
You know, we've called DJ Tunez a joker on this show
Yes.
before. You know, we told him he's the industry joker. I think he's made a name for himself as the industry joker.
What do you
But
mean
of
by
course, it's a
joker?
very serious
Is
thing.
it, a joker or a joke?
No,
A
a
joker,
joker.
okay.
I can't. It's not a
Okay.
joke now. Come
No, no, I'm
on.
just saying. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's a joker. You have to first understand that that's his persona. Initially, I didn't see him like that, but you know, ever since the last 12 months or thereabouts, the way he's been moving, when serious things are
Mm.
happening, there's always the joker who is making fun of
Yeah.
everything and trying to have whether it's a good time or whatever time
Mm-hmm.
it is. That's just the tunes for you. And, of course, it has brought us to where we are today. His jokes, and even in the seriousness of or unseriousness
Of
of
those
those
whole thing,
jokes
yeah.
is turned into something worse or something more serious. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's something more serious is what we have right now. Now, I know you talked about him being a joker, of course, having a go at Kata Efe, the band on in DM on Twitter and everything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
at this point, a lot of people see it as DJ Tunes via or Kata Efe via DJ Tunes is bringing a couple of disrespect to Wizkid. Now, Carter Efe was at a particular podcast a while ago and said, "Oh, yeah, it bring me to I dey call him, yeah, Wizkid, that short boy, Wizkid and everything like that, right?" I mean, I know the
Mm.
short boy thing is not is I mean, he's not like Wizkid is tall, right? But it's not common for anyone to call Wizkid that short boy in it. I mean, no disrespect to Carter Efe, right? But not
Mm.
even Kata
Mm.
Efe. I mean, some people may Ibona can say shorty and everything. I mean, not Kata Efe. And this is no disrespect to Kata Efe, to be honest. Um, and people feel DJ Tunes, you need to actually watch. The more you discuss with this guy, the more he brings some disrespect to Wizkid, right? But is there any? Do you see disrespect in all of this? And what do you think?
This recent round of what people call
Yeah.
disrespect. it would- as much as I say DJ Two is a joker. He makes you know light jokes of serious
Mm.
matters, but this particular one had nothing to do with him. It was basically Kata Efe going on a podcast, and basically doing what he does best, which is running his
Mm.
mouth. And people are, so before that even happened, right? Before a DJ Tunes came in or whatever it is, Kata has been doing this, from
Yeah.
time immemorial. Yeah, even before DJ Tunes went on, what's it called, Pella's Live or any of these other streamers
Yeah.
live to promote songs that featured Wizkid. Carter Efe has always been that kind of person. Today, you can talk good about Wiz, and
Tomorrow he says
tomorrow talk
something
bad
different,
about.
yeah.
You can, in the past he's talked bad about Davido. Today he's Davido's best, you know, streamer friend and all those things. So that's the kind of person he is. He deals on clouds and in the moment, because the kind of life he's living right now is a in the moment
Mm.
thing, right? You say things that you are not even prepped for, that you cannot take back, and that's just him at the moment. Um, if you understand that he's that kind of a person at the moment and he's just living life as he goes, you won't even get vexed when he says some things, because some no, some of those things there's no truth
Yeah.
to it, and there's no meaning to it. And of course, because Wiz has one of the largest fan base, people would want to fight on his behalf, which is exactly why you are seeing all this backlash and people are blaming this and blaming that. But yeah, I think it's just, yeah, I don't think he's crossed a major line.
Mm.
Okay,
Iglala.
the major line, the major line I think he crossed is said he's going to slap Wizkid. Okay, but those are just words. Those are just words. Things like, oh, short man, that's not a major line. It, it's just is that to call somebody short disrespectful? I don't think that's what it is. It's just a feature. But the major line is by CM, I go slap her. And all this. Those, of course, it looks like normal words, but it's just somebody that people see as the best things ever in their life, or being a FC. You are
Mm,
not telling them that this person you are going to slap it. Of course, his followers are going to lash out, which is exactly what they've done. And what did he do after that? Said
he
he
apologized.
apologized.
Yeah,
And
he apologized.
but even the apology is still a joke and in the moment thing, because don't expect that to be the end of it. He will still say one
Yeah,
stupid thing.
I mean, he came
But
on. He came on and said something about how he needs Wizkid and DJ Tunes to. He needs Wizkid to post the Marshall song on the story before he will forgive Wizkid. He still came out and said that. At the time. Now,
he was looking for
yeah,
sound bites.
how do we separate cloud chasing, content, banter from disrespect, especially when the artist in question or the third party, the other person, is not someone that deals with that kind of a thing. If there were two streamers or two content creators giving themselves, I will slap you, I will do this, I will do that. I mean, it may look a bit, it may look a bit, because now tell me, Big Lala, why is Carter Efe not saying this about Burna Boy?
Yeah, why you asking me like I'm Carter
No,
Efe's
why do you think
what's
he's
it?
not saying I will slap I'll slap Burna Boy, idiot,
To,
or something like that? Right.
I won't be surprised if we dig and we see that Carter Efe has said
He hasn't said.
some bad things.
He
Yeah,
hasn't
sure.
said.
Like,
He hasn't said.
yeah, I'm not.
He hasn't said. And that's exactly why people are saying, why Wizkid? Why Wizkid? Why Wizkid? Right? You literally you won't say this about Burna Boy. You won't say, like, unprovoked, say you're gonna slap Burna Boy or something. Now, so
Hmm.
how and when should we really separate bands from
So maybe
plain
see
insults?
see
Yeah,
finish. See
maybe
finish
see finish.
because
But
because
what kind of association did Wizkid have with Kataifi to cause that see finish?
well,
I have an answer.
in the heat of all these
Mm.
things, when the videos popped up that he was given a chance to open
Yeah,
at the Wizkid
yeah,
show, he was even
yeah.
backstage and he shook his hand. Of course, he has already said that he got bounced, or maybe he got shanked.
Mm.
Like all those things we're seeing, to him, I don't know how true it is. It feels maybe he expected more, just because he's just Machala and all those things, but it didn't turn out as that. But let's just be honest. Wiz has a way of giving you, when somebody sends you view one's photo, yeah, Wiz has a way of doing those things, like view one's appearance or view one's
It doesn't owe
acknowledgement.
anyone
That's it.
anything.
I know that I'm not saying he
Yeah,
owes, but it's just that
yeah,
happens a lot with
yeah,
Wiz. Is view once, view once acknowledgement, view once cosign, and
yeah.
that's it. You're not gonna get close to me anymore. So maybe that hurts Kataife. I don't know. But
You don't
yeah,
think that's
it is
entitlement,
what it
Big
is.
Lala?
Um, it's an
In
expectation
fact,
because
the song itself about Wizkid, right? Yes, Wizkid did not co-sign the
yeah.
song. Wizkid did not approve the song. He did not repost. He didn't do anything. And everyone has their reason for not doing what you expect them to do, right? It wasn't as if, and even without the Wizkid co-sign, the FCs, Wizkid FC at the time, I remember the FCs, because the song was called Machala, through their help, maybe, I don't know, I'm not very sure of this. That song got to number one
Yeah.
on Apple Music at the time. Kataife and Berry Tiger
Mhm.
at the time. And that is still his
Mhm.
only number one till date. He's released a couple of other songs as well. So at least you've been able to benefit off the name. Now, expecting more from Wizkid is something. Yes, you might expect more, but because you did not get that something more, you now go to the level of making some remarks and everything like that. Personally, I think that there's a there's a thin line between banter and disrespect. This person, you don't roll with this person. You don't mix with them. You the only I mean the first and only time you met with was at the show where he was, performing and everything. And they gave you a chance to go there to perform the song. They might as well have said, you know what, this is our stage, there's no more performance and everything like that. Right? But they gave you that chance. But you said Whiskey didn't even post my song. You know the anything, that boy, like,
You are dipping it too much. I'm saying this guy is see if there's a definition of cloud
yeah.
chaser, that's what
That's
this guy
that
is.
Lala. That's exactly what I'm saying. He is chasing clout, but does
Mm.
do you think Whiskey sees as clout?
Well,
Let me
Wiz
tell
also
you.
come on
Let
the
me ask you
same
a
thing.
question. Let me ask you a question. If
Yeah.
if a Carter Efe is chasing clout and disrespects you, or chasing and say la, oh that fool la, that idiot la, that this, can he chase clout with Burna Boy's name? I ask again and say Burna Boy is a fool.
I think that's coming, Shay, because I mean I've done a search now.
You
I'm
know
trying to
what?
see
You
maybe
know what?
instance.
Burna
Really,
Boy's
well,
antecedent will never make him try that. He was at the club the other day and he got bounced by Burna Boy.
and that wasn't the first time. Even the previous
Exactly.
time that Burna
So
Boy,
Burna
uh,
already is trying to let him know, Oga, I don't want you near me. And please give yourself head. I don't want to hear say you did. See, this
so why do you think that people are comfortable disrespecting Wiz? I see. Or do you think
I
people
don't
see
I don't
Wiz as a easy target to ride on in terms of using
I
his
think people
name for
I think the
anything,
reason why Ekata is doing this is because he knows he will get a response from Wizkid FC. And once he gets a response,
and that makes Carter Efe what?
yeah, it's cloud chasing.
And
I
if
agree
is
with you, it's cloud chasing.
is it not smart of him because he knows that if I say
No,
this,
Big
he
Lala,
will, let me
it's
explain. Let
not
me
smart.
let me
Because
explain his
there's a
thinking.
point, Lala, there's a point you get to. See,
Yeah,
when you say you're a content creator, right? Yeah, you can create controversies, right?
that's what
Around
he's
stuff.
doing.
No, you are disrespecting somebody.
Agreed. But I'm telling you the reason why he does it.
You cannot be saying Whiskey is that fool, that idiot. Come on.
Or
Like,
you know why? You know
you
you know
can't
why
go
he does
below
it.
that line.
I'm
See,
telling you.
see, Lala, I do
Yeah.
not care why he does it. I don't care about the clout and everything. I'm saying that if they mend him tomorrow, what will he say? I they play.
It's a risk, yes, of course, they play, but that's
But,
a risk he's willing
but
to take.
Lala, I want you to understand this thing that, but do you know it is wrong?
Sheyi, I'm not saying it is right. I'm saying that it's a calculated risk from him. He is doing this to provoke the fans so that they will
Yes,
keep on talking about him. And those
about
ones,
him,
they don't know
definitely.
when they are being pulled with strings and saying, oh, let's talk about Carter. If
I
I said this, let's
understand.
talk about him and he trends.
I
It's a
understand.
risk
I
that he's
understand.
playing a game
I
of risk.
understand. But the thing is, someone cannot be on his own. He does not know you. He has not related with you except for that show and everything. And you keep on. It's a. How would I put it now? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know, Big
It's,
Lala.
it's a, see,
I don't know.
anything anybody is doing, you have to
Mm,
look at it out of the big three. Now,
mm,
who can I talk crap about the most that there's less chances of anything happening to me? Who is
mm,
it? It's Wizkid. Because initially he was for pro Wizkid. He saw the love, Wiz Gods and how it's helped his song, helped his
mm. Yeah,
musical career, you
yeah,
know, until it was time to get, people to come on the stream. And maybe perhaps he's even actually angry. Nobody even knows. Maybe the Jetsons did not see him as an option because the Jetson went to Shank, he went to Pella. He didn't
yeah.
see he didn't see Carter as an option
As
and
an
things like
option,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe he's angry, I don't know. But he must have looked at it in the top three. Okay, now I'm Palace with 30 BG. Palace with Davido. I can't go that wrong. In these two that
Brown,
I have,
yeah,
who is the easiest I think I can ride on, you know, get maximum exposure from
exposure
with the
from
less risk of being attacked or anything like that. Whether you like it or not, is
less
risky.
risk of being attacked.
Because Wiz will not answer you. But you see that bond number, if you go there, wallah, you go see.
You collect.
You collect to you
Definitely.
collect
That's what I'm
online
telling.
and offline.
That's what I'm telling you that. See, Burna Boy is not even going to like. And to be honest, I think on this
In
whiskey
fact,
thing, yeah,
na
I think
legal desk will carry am.
I think it's gonna get to. I think it might get to a point where you know, um, Wiz through his representative, of course, might actually because Big Lala.
See, at
Let's
the end
face
of
it.
the day, na
Wait now.
civil see all
Wait
this way
now.
they call
Let's face
disrespect,
it. Let's
na
face
still
it.
civil
Let's
thing.
face it. Let's face it. It's cyberbullying.
What's on everything?
Insulting people, always attacking them.
You know,
It
you are
is
giving
what
this
it is.
you are giving them ideas because they will just
No,
go and make a
Big Lala,
report
Big
at the
Lala,
police.
Big Lala.
Nigeria cybercrime act.
Big Lala. Let's face the fact. Yeah, some people have done less than this. Yeah, and they've gotten charges of cyberbullying.
In
Right?
Nigeria.
Yes.
It's a misuse of
If you want
whatever
to
it
do
is
your
now.
content, do your content. But you cannot be insulting and be denigrating someone's name all in the name of content, clout, and everything. If he gets the charge at the end of the day, what is he going to say?
I don't think
That's the
Wiz
thing.
would Wiz do that.
I don't think Wiz would. But at the end of the
Would
day,
Burna Boy do it?
at the end of the day,
Would Burna
Bravo
Boy
really
do it?
waste time. Bravo doesn't waste time.
You
He
see,
doesn't waste time.
that is why I won't do it for a Burna Boy. So let him
Anyways,
enjoy
Big
himself.
Lala, what exactly would you say to a Kataife?
He's done his risk assessment. I think the guy's a smart guy, and he's ready to toe that line. But
Mm.
again, he has apologized. That apology will cover something, okay? Until the next one. I think he will still do a lash out, but he's just living the moment. Is what he's doing is not easy, and there's a higher chance of getting things wrong than right most of the time because you are always saying things in the moment. And when you should say you said it, you cannot take it back. He has to maintain that persona of somebody that his mouth is always running, whether you like it or not. That's his brand, right? It's a risk he's willing to play. I understand it, but yeah, if he understands what can happen if the risk is
Mm.
activated, then if he's fine with it, then please go ahead. At the moment, nobody don't see you worthy of being mended, especially from Wizkid camp. So
I hope it does not happen. I really,
yeah,
really hope it does not happen because
yeah.
yeah, it is what it is. And also because it's now a part of the other camp as well. It makes the whole thing worse. Because before
they
you
no
know,
they no send them Moko.
exactly, exactly. Because before you know it, you start getting a couple of theories and a couple of insinuations like it's being sponsored and everything like that, which is not the case because of course David won't do that kind of a thing. He would not do that kind of a thing. Kata, whatever his name is just that kind of guy. Like you said, he has to maintain a persona.
What do you mean by Kata, whatever his name is?
Yeah,
You're talking to the biggest Nigerian streamer on
nah,
on
yeah,
stage.
I know, but yeah, Kata, whatever his
You are
name is.
see what you're saying now. You are disrespecting him. The same thing you are complaining that he's doing.
No, I did not. I didn't
You are
say
doing
he's an idiot.
you
I
are
didn't say
doing
he's
the
a
same
fool
you
or
are doing the
something.
same you
I
are doing
beg
the same
you,
thing to him.
I beg Kata if you're ambassador. Anyways.